Welcome to Subvocalize and Tales from Tech Support. Today we have a story from Gonzo Mojo. I'm in the server room, working on a new server that's going live sometime later this week. Just doing those little things that help a server work at its best when it goes live. Okay, fine, I'm hiding because I feel like someone beat me with a stick while I slept, and I don't deal well with some people when I hurt this bad. So, I'm hiding in the server room, at my little table, with my KVM bouncing between servers looking for an issue. I've got my headphones on and an audiobook playing so I don't notice someone coming into the server room. My first hint that I am not alone is eyeballs between two servers. Then I see someone's lips moving, presumably trying to communicate. I can't hear anything, so I go down to the end of the racks, turn the corner and find myself faced with a manager. Hi. You shouldn't be in here.
I need you to talk to someone about an issue.
Both of us were yelling over the noise of the servers whirring. No. I mouthed, which unless you're a lip reader, apparently looks like you're saying, okay. I then give him a get out thumb gesture. He looks confused, grins, gives me a thumbs up and leaves the server room. I take out my phone, and I see there are no help tickets from this person, no emails directly from this person, and nothing from his manager. I go back to my little workspace, and start clearing out temp files on an old server that doesn't know how to tidy up itself. Then I notice one of the servers is off, one that shouldn't be off. I can see the fans sitting stationary. I hit its KVM number, and it gives me no signal from the source, so I hit the ID button and head around front. I pull the faceplate and turn on the server, then head back around to the back. In the few seconds I take to move back around behind the rack, the server has shut back off. So I do the next thing on the list, unplug the power and push it out so I can pull the top panel to see what's wrong. As I push the server out of the rack, it hits something. I figure it's just the rack door swung partially closed. Some of these racks do that. When I go back around the racks with my trusty step stool, I see the manager laid out on the floor, bleeding from a gash on his forehead. I drop the step stool and rush over. His eyes are open and he does appear to be breathing. Are you all right? I get no answer. He just looks at me and then back at the server sticking out of the rack. I stick my head out the door and tell whoever is in earshot to call HR and get the first aid kit. Suddenly it's a party, everyone is gawking in through the windows to the server room. The HR guy sees the blood and calls for an ambulance and the cops. In his defense, there was a lot of blood on the guy's forehead. They are afraid to move him, and there is even some talk about turning off some of the noise. I just look at him like they are insane at that comment as I stand to the side and let the first aid trained HR guy handle the situation. The paramedics arrive, declare it's safe to move him, and finally everyone is out of my server room. Then the cops arrive and have 100 questions, and I don't enjoy most of them. They ease off somewhat after I tell them it was all caught on camera, and they go off to HR to watch the replay. I explain that I think what happened was that the manager came back in and was looking for me. Instead of looking behind the racks, he was looking through them, and I just happened to catch him in the forehead with a server I was working on at the time. Then I had to explain how I didn't hit him with the server. He hit the server. It isn't like I was watching to see someone to come along and be in the exact right spot before I pushed the server out of the rack. At this point, I'm certain most of the company thought I threw a server at the guy, or used it like a club to bludgeon him in the head. The cops come back by and tell me it appears to be a workplace accident, and thank me for my time. I log into the camera system, pull up the camera for the front rack area and scroll back a bit to see what happened. I see me come around to the front, open the door, turn on the server and then head back to my workspace. The manager comes back into the server room, and leans over looking through the server racks. I apparently had just gone behind the racks when he came in the door, because he looks through all the racks until he gets to the open door. He leans over again as I start to slide the server out. He hears or senses the movement, stands up straight into the server. Bad luck and bad timing, but I guess he knows why we don't let everyone into the server room now. If you enjoyed this story, please subscribe for a new one every day.